Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to give you a rare gift, and it took me a long time to learn all these things that I'm about to share with you guys, but you can enjoy the video. If you like it, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I generally feel like sharing is caring, and I look dope with a goatee and pair of sunglasses. But yeah, jokes aside, Machiavelli is actually teaching us a lot of things about human psychology and behavior. So after you hit the awareness, like let's say the previous videos we explained, the life rarely changes with explosions. There is no sudden collapse or dramatic turning point. Change starts quietly and smoothly. So a conversation that no longer flows like it used to, an invitation that suddenly feels unnecessary, a moment when you realize you explain yourself too much. So over explanation of your moves is no longer obliged to you to do that. That's when you are mature. You're not reacting to everything that other people say. You would think, you say, okay, this task doesn't require my energy. I can withdraw and I can invest my energy where it's worth it. So you don't have to be friend with everybody. You understand you have a close circle of friends, but the quality is over quantity. Well, this is real because look, our ancestors at this age, they had to have a family. They were inside a tribe. So they had to have a partner, take care of that family, and grow the offspring. So we're exactly the same. This is real adulthood and how it begins, the maturity. Not through the decisions, but through small, repeated kind of choices. And from this point on, the change doesn't require aggression or immorality, it requires a strategy. It's like you're trying to build your own empire, and you have watched the movie Troy, and you need to be aware of the movements because every single move is going to be costing you something. So you cannot afford to like make mistakes because you don't have much time. You don't have to like go through life and experience. You have some momentum. So in your 20s you have explored, in your 30s you have to decide on what to do, and in your 40s you can enjoy the fruitful kind of results that you have gained. But this is, of course, a schematic kind of timeline. It's not like it's exactly has to be at this time. People can go through different phases in different timing in their lives, and that's totally fine. But I'm just giving a general kind of idea. So one of the first shifts after you understand these is learning to speak less. Not because you're afraid, not because you're unsure or any of these things, but because you're aware. But because in the past you might have said something or perhaps everything explaining your reasons, your emotions, your plans. Now you say only what is necessary. Now less than respect would actually be given to you because if you over explain, the respect would drop because you're over available, because you're like talking a lot, not more than your power allows. I'm sure you can understand. And something fascinating happens in this period. Some people become uncomfortable. These are the ones who were used to unlimited access to you, constant explanations, and your permanent availability. But when you withdraw from them and you spend your time with what truly matters, then they understand that you are not a stooge. You are not a player in the checkboard that they can use. You are in charge of putting the players on the checkboard of your life. And this is exactly the mentality that I am referring to in all these videos. So it's like you gain the power of your own life, not being passively living in someone else's life. That's where it actually begins, whether it's like dating, whether it's like working or anything. By just having this mentality of maturity, you can become much bigger to do something that you haven't done in order to get something you never had. Because if you want to have something you never had, you got to do something you never done. Otherwise, do something you always have done, you end up with the same result. You feel me? That's exactly the thing I'm trying to tell you guys. By the way, I feel like I look really dope like this, and let me know what you guys think. So, long story short, people would respond to you differently, and they become more respectful when you have this kind of respect for yourself. They listen more carefully. This contrast is not random. It's like the first sign that you've stepped into the real game. A lot of things that I personally made in my life and gained were because I wanted to have the respect around myself. Because to have these achievements, people would be like, okay, you are something, you have a good kind of IQ that you can achieve these things. Look at the real world. The status when someone is married, for example, a woman and man are married together. Social status that they gain is because they have achieved something together. That's a very beautiful thing. And you shouldn't be like living in a fantasy world. That's how life actually works. So the marriage is a social kind of thing, social behavior, social kind of status. Other than that, why would you get married? You just stay girlfriend, boyfriend. You see? It's more than just the prenup kind of agreement you sign. It's more than just going to a court and having a big wedding. And by the way, something I personally believe in is that the bigger the wedding is, the shorter the marriage is going to last. Because if it's just a show, it's not worth it. It's like you're trying to please other people, but it's not going to be pleasant enough for the two partners. Because look, throughout the time, this has been showed and proven based on the heavy evidence that you can actually see that there will be tough times. Even if you're a very rich guy, you might be investing a lot of money in something. So there will be tough times. So in those times, whether your partner would be with you or against you is what really matters. If she stands in front of you, the marriage is going to go and end. But if she is with you, or if he is with you, whether you're actually a woman watching this, then it's going to be actually a pleasant kind of experience that you can go through the tough time in order to get something. Because life is not like just rainbow and butterflies. Sometimes it's difficult. So through those difficult moments, you can understand that person. And I hope that you liked the video. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you guys think. So life isn't fair. It never was. And that's okay, because you can realize this fact that people don't play fair. This isn't bitter. It's not like based on a concept. It's the reality. And when you accept it, something shifts. You stop wasting your energy on protesting unfairness, over explaining yourself, and trying to convince people who were never going to listen to you. Because we all have those kind of people. You tell them something, they say, no, it's not like that, no, it's like this. And be like, sometimes I have seen these people in my life, and it doesn't matter what you say, they would shift it into something else and tell you that. They're gonna be black holes that would suck the life out of you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, they would just bring some nonsense and try to just make it like that. What I personally noticed is that when I was younger, I was just available to them and I would explain so many times, 10 times, 20 times to them. But not anymore, because I don't feel like I'm obliged to spend my time to explain something to them which they're not going to accept, which at the end of the day, I'm going to be like wasting my time and I'm gonna have my energy gone. So I'd rather use my energy with the people that like me. You know, that's the whole concept that we have right here. So you should do the same. You should just try to understand sometimes just entering an argument is a stupid thing, because from a distance people cannot distinguish between who's a dumb guy and who's the smart guy. That's why you should not argue with the dumb, because on a distance it's difficult to distinguish between them. So if someone tells you something and you don't believe in it, well, don't argue, because based on the argue, you're just gonna waste your energy. And that's exactly what the whole concept of this video is supposed to tell you guys. Because you have limited amount of energy. You can use it to build something for yourself, or you can use it to over-explain something to people that don't care about anything. It's on you. Because at the end of the day, if you continuously explain yourself, your moves, your everything to people, well, you have lost a lot of time and you have lost your energy, and those energy vampires are going to suck the energy out of you. So try to convince people who were never going to listen is just not a good idea. While many people focus on the surface games, the gossip, the performance, the moral positioning, you go deeper. Depth is the true power. Depth means a skill without which work cannot move forward. It's like the knowledge that cannot be replaced, and the calm that doesn't depend on the others. Depth also gives you something beautiful and priceless. It gives you the option to choose. When you have the options, the words treat you completely differently. Without them, even the respect is conditional. This is one of the quiet roles of the adulthood. Reputation moves ahead of you. So my reputation precedes me. And over time, something remarkable happens. The alliance from the quietly natural kind of bonds that we have made would begin to show its result, which happens over time. It's not a one night kind of thing that you can see. And your reputation enters the room before you do. And then one day, without remembering exactly when, you notice it. You walk into a meeting, a family gathering, or a negotiation, and the room is different. People pause. They choose their words more carefully. Even those who were once unfair become cautious. Not because they become moral, because the calculation has changed. This is the Machiavellian victory. Not applause, not heroism. Not that you're a hero or anything. It's just that you cannot be a guy that they can cross the boundaries. You will be like, okay, if you're going to cross my boundaries, I'm going to just leave. And value is based on the rarity of something. The more something is rare and scarce, the more valuable it will be. Look at the diamond. Why is it rare? Why is it valuable? Because you cannot find the diamond everywhere in the street. There's a very small proportion of it. So it becomes valuable. You see, the more something is available, the cheaper it's going to be. It's like over available, and you can use it anytime you want. For example, the air you breathe in. If the air would be limited, people would be having capsules of air. They would have to pay for it. It would be a precious thing. Imagine, for example, in the space, in Mars or in other kind of planets. If our civilization yet to produce is going to live there, they need to have this, and then they're going to have limited supply of that, or they have to have plans to generate this. But that's another concept that I have touched in a different kind of video. You can check that one out. But to end this video, I should mention that power is not loud, it's the pattern. It's not. By the way, I wear the sunglasses indoors because I feel like I look much better with the sunglasses on, because I think everybody look much better with the sunglasses on. Let me know what you guys think. But the small consistent behaviors repeated over the years would lead to something. How you respond when someone disrespects you over time. the standard you set for last minute cancellations, the boundaries you draw around your focus after when you like reach maturity. Every unnecessary yes, every extra explanation, every unearned access adds up. Because let's be honest, a yes to them is a no to your future. And a no to them is a yes to you and your future, because you gotta have time so you can manage your time differently. But you might be like, okay, Momo, what if I'm at home and I have nothing else to do? Well, if you have nothing else to do, you clearly don't have a plan, and nothing randomly happen based on no plan. If you spend all your time, all your weekend going out, drinking and having fun, well, time is going to fly. I'm not saying don't do that, okay? But you should understand that by doing that, you're not gonna get anything. That's like a break. It's okay, have a break. But if you do that excessively, then look at the people around you. They live a life. The other day I was talking to a guy I knew, and he said that he was working the whole week so that on the weekend he can go and party. And I was like, your life is, something is wrong. Because if you work all day and you have to wash it off with the weekend, you probably don't like your life. You don't like the job and everything. And he told me like, what you're talking about is a conversation at this level, but right now I want to have a conversation at this level. I just want to have fun and everything, but this is what you're talking about. I didn't continue the discussion because most people would walk away when the conversation is tough. That's the truth. And that's why most people don't get anywhere in their lives. So stop trying to save everyone. And in your 20s, trying to save everyone seems noble, but after 30, it's a leak of energy and power. Not everyone is an ally. Some people are projects. Aliens move forward, and like the projects resist. Like your friends, they can push you forward, they can go together. But the project is someone that says, hey, you have to help me. You're not responsible or obliged for the people who refuse to take responsibility for themselves. Basic respect, yes, but the life energy, no, it's not responsibility. So step back, watch the truth unfold, and when you step back, clarity emerges. Some people disappear, so be it. That's the beauty of it. The fake people would walk away. That's exactly the concept that we need. If the fake people walk away, you gotta have free space for the better, high quality people to walk in your life. If you want to actually buy a car, you need to go to the garage, you need to clean the space so you have a spot for it. If right now in your life you have a lot of people at the same time, you are wasting the potential. But if you put that aside and focus on you, then the right people would come to you eventually. It's like there has to be a space for the thing. Imagine you have a car, and in the boot, in the back of the car, you want to place something. If it's all garbage, you're not gonna have the room to put like a luggage. So you need to clean it up so you can actually put something valuable inside. So fake people walk away. Congrats, that's a beautiful thing. This is not cruelty, it's the discriminant. And the art of selective truth is not every truth should be shared, not with everyone, not at every moment, not in every context. This is not like considered lying, it's the telling the truth, but managing what to say and sometimes to be silent. Maturity is knowing when silence protects more than the words ever could. Control your emotions and protect your reputation. You know, one public kind of outburst can undo years of competence. And that's why self knowledge matters. What triggers you, who stresses you, or puts a lot of negative energy on you, or where do you lose the balance? All these questions, prepared responses replace reactive explosions. Sometimes one calm sentence can end a conflict before it starts. You don't have to fix everything. You don't need to correct every misunderstanding. You don't need to counter every false perception. Important people judge, patterns, not the moments. If some people just try to push you, and you think like, okay, for example, whether that's a toxic partner or a friend or someone, just consider this: when you're around them, do you feel a good energy? If it's a no question, then if you're around them, are they happy for you? Do you feel like they want more for you and not from you? If the answer to these questions are negative, then you need to reconsider and do a friend inventory. And not everyone in your life are going to stay with you forever. People come to your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Just because you sit next to a guy in a class doesn't mean that you're going to be friends for life. That's the truth. So your job is to build a record, a presence, and the consistency. So strong that rumors are nothing but the background noise. And one thing that I wanted to share with you guys: the music is made by the pauses between the chord being played. So it's not like you always have to play. Sometimes you have to be silent so the words would be heard. Otherwise, if you just play, it's not gonna be musical to you anymore. So in order to be heard, sometimes you need to be quiet so that you will be heard. So your answers, your thought, the things you say will be respected more. Only you will actually be able to do that. The world will not slow down. It will not become fair to protect you, your time, your energy, or your focus. And when you do quiet kind of consistency, the strategy, the life begins to meet you on different terms. So if you like this kind of video, feel free to share it with your friends, because sharing is caring. And if you know these concepts, I think it's a good idea. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Like, subscribe to our channel, and you probably like one of the videos that pop up on the screen. Feel free to let me know what you guys think. And until the next one, try to expand your perception and have a different kind of perspective on the life. Because it's not like you're right, the other person is wrong. Because we are looking at the same concept on a different level. Like it's the number 6. They say it's 6, you say it's 9. Neither of you is wrong, but you can actually imagine about that and think about the precision and which can be the right thing. And until the next one, guys.